back of the room, can you hear me okay back there? Good. Good evening, Dr. Staff, members of the Board of Trustees, Foundation Board of Directors, Alumni Board of Directors, distinguished guests, and students. Please, everyone, continue to enjoy your meal while we begin the program. First, I'd like to welcome you to Montgomery County Community College's annual Salute to Excellence event. And this year, we celebrate 50 years of quality education for the people of Montgomery County. I am so pleased to be here with you. I am so pleased to be here with you this evening as we salute our talented students, their accomplishments, and our generous donors who made their students' education possible. Please join me in giving yourselves the applause you so richly deserve. For those of you who have not had the opportunity to meet, I am and I am the chair of the Montgomery County Community College Foundation Board of Directors. The foundation was established in 1983 as a charitable arm for the Montgomery County Community College. The purpose of the foundation board is to raise funds to assist the college in developing programs, facilities, and services that enhance and enrich student life and to maintain educational excellence. It's that educational excellence that brings us all here today. I am honored and thrilled to stand in front of you with such a group that has such foresight and determination to do what you have done for the students of Montgomery County. A special thank you to Bud Hanson and his team here at Normandy Farm. Bud has been a longtime supporter of the college, and we greatly appreciate his generosity. Thank you for allowing us to host such a wonderful event at this facility. Also, thank you to the following individuals for sponsoring this evening's event. Therese and Lenny Bazemore, Cynthia and Jay Martin Carroll, Cheryl and Al Delanzo, Edward Dobry Jr., Tom Feeney, Joe and Kathy Gallagher, Lynn and Gil Holtzman, Lifestyles Design, Louise Linden, Jean Mock, Mary and Frederick Malone, Nancy Mellon, Pat Noonan, Tracy Reiner, Margaret Schweitzer, Gabe Seidman, Pauline and Frank Smursley, Sylvia and Bill Strasberg, Catherine Swanson, Colleen and Rudy Tellez, Patty and David Thomas, and Michael Whistler. I would also like to take this opportunity to recognize several members of the Foundation Board and the Alumni Board of the college. With us tonight from the Foundation Board is Vice Chair Joe Gallagher, Treasurer Secretary Steve Rosa, Len Bazemore, Honorary Member Ellen Jacobs, Melissa Motz, Maureen Thompson, and Roger Miller. Also, I would like to recognize from the Alumni Board our Chair, Patty Thomas, our Secretary, Andrew Bender, Mary Lynn Beatty, I'm very pleased to announce and introduce to you Dr. Karen Stout. Since becoming the president of Montgomery County Community College in 2001, Dr. Stout has blessed the college with vision and with passion. Students are always at the heart of her work. Under her leadership, the college is recognized nationally for its work in student success. And we will hear an awful lot about student success tonight as we enjoy our evening together. I am so proud to say that one of those recognitions came earlier this year. In January, Dr. Stout joined 140 other college presidents and university presidents at the White House Summit on Higher Education. To put this achievement in perspective, Montgomery County Community College was one of 5 community colleges of 1,600 community colleges nationwide invited to attend this prestigious conference. This is quite an honor. Dr. Stout, you make us very proud of everything you do. So with this, I'd like to
Thank you. There are so many people as I've looked around, and I haven't been able to look at the back tables, but I see students that I see on campus every day that look so great tonight. Annie. And others, Ryan over there, who the last time I saw Ryan, he was laying tile at the Samaritan Woman last week in Baltimore as part of Alternative Spring Break. This is an amazing, amazing college community. And it's amazing because of each one of you, whether you're a donor supporting one of our students, or most importantly, whether you're one of our students. Montgomery County Community College is a very, very special place, and I think you can all agree that we're special. We've made a lot of national news in the last couple of weeks. Dolores, thank you for talking about the White House Summit. It was a tremendous experience and an honor to represent Montgomery County Community College there. And a couple of weeks later, the college was honored by the Achieving the Dream Foundation with the prestigious Leah Meyer Alston Award for our work in student success. So we have a lot of national accolades, but I've always said that it's most important to be famous in Montgomery County. That's where we make a difference. It's most important for us to be famous with our students. The national awards follow being famous and doing great work every day with our students. There was a student story that I talked about when we accepted the award in Orlando for the Leah Meyer Alston Award. And one of the reasons we won that award is that our success rates, or students staying with us from the fall to spring semester, and then from the fall to fall semester, and then on to completion, have continued to increase over the last 5 to 8 years because of the great work of the faculty and advisors and staff in this room, who surround their students with a great amount of care and love. But what strikes me is that's a metric we look at institutionally. And a student in one of the Raps with the President that I love, and I have one tomorrow at West Campus, said to me, Dr. Stout, retention to me doesn't mean fall to spring or fall to fall. Retention to me means tomorrow. Retention to me means tomorrow. It means, do I have the resources to put gas in my car to get to class? Do I have the resources to pay for mass transportation? And some of you in this room persevere and have the kind of grit that I wish that I had, where you're taking mass transportation and several bus transfers, an hour and a half to campus, including maybe a child care stop along the way, and an hour and a half home. Retention is tomorrow because I worry about child care and affording child care. Retention to me is tomorrow because I don't know what my job will bring, and my job is important because of the resources my job brings to me, and if I have a family, to my family. And that kind of places school into a different category of priority, even though we at the college want it to be your most important priority. Retention is tomorrow because of my health. I don't have health care insurance. I don't know how to pay to stay healthy, to get the kind of support that I need. And then retention is tomorrow because of just general life pressures that I face. So our students have such a diversity of needs, and the faculty and staff of this room are absolutely amazing and superb in their resiliency and their accessibility in helping students navigate these tough challenges so that on a metric sheet, we can win a national award that says that we've improved retention. When really what it means is day to day, students are able to stay at Montgomery County Community College because we care about them and because we invest in them. And that's what everybody in this room does, and that's what makes tonight so, so special. Your investment as donors in this college help your students and our students succeed. And I hope that you're hearing their stories, and I hope that in the conversation tonight you're sharing your stories because you're role models to them. The brief interaction we had with our students at our table, sharing business cards, helping our students get that kind of support that they need to continue to be successful, in addition to the dollars that you donate, are so, so important. So tonight is really a celebration. It's a celebration of the excellence of Montgomery County Community College. It's a celebration of student success and grit and achievement. And it's a celebration of this great spirit of philanthropy that we're creating in Montgomery County to make Montgomery County a great place to live and work and learn. And we're just really happy at the college that we're at the center of that work. So thank you for being here. I really, really, truly appreciate that. We have a terrific group of leaders that are a support system for all of the faculty, administrators, and support staff at the college, and for me, and that's our Board of Trustees. They are often behind the scenes, but their work is critical. They're volunteers. They dedicate numerous hours to helping us move forward our strategic agenda and the work that many of you know about and are benefiting from. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you our board chair, Michael Daniello, who is also an alum of Montgomery County Community College, a member of the Montgomery County Community College Hall of Fame, and just a real mentor to me as well, personally and professionally. And I want to welcome Trustee Daniello.
Good evening, everyone. I am so pleased to be here. As the chair of the Board of Trustees, I have responsibility to work with 14 other members of the board, and we spend an enormous amount of time in committee meetings or board meetings and attending functions, but this is truly one of the most special functions for me and for the other members of the Board of Trustees, because we get to see the fruits of our labor of our students, and we get to share them with you, our donors. So we are here to celebrate as a board our wonderful students and to show our appreciation and gratitude to you, our donors. Montgomery County Community College, this is, as you can see, our 50th anniversary. Montgomery County Community College started 50 years ago in an old high school building on Fayette Street in Conshohocken. And over the years, we've been able to grow to a state-of-the-art campus over here in Bluebell, which many of you are familiar with. And that's a continuing project. It is a work in process. And we're continuing to grow that campus. We also have a state-of-the-art campus in Pottstown. We started our Culinary Arts Institute in Calumet, and we are, of course, launching and in the process of launching our virtual campus. And all of these enterprises will compete with any university or any college across the nation. And that is primarily because we have one of the finest college presidents anyone could ask for. The Board of Trustees, one of our main missions, as I'm sure you know, is to not only provide a first-class education, but also to provide it at the most affordable cost to our students. And we can try as hard as we may and do everything that we can, counting every bean, doing everything we can in terms of cutting costs. But as all of you know, in this present environment, there are tremendous pressures on our public sponsors, whether it's the Commonwealth or our county sponsors. And even though we keep our rates as low as we can, and in the region we are the finest educational institution, it's still not enough. As Dr. Stout said, I mean, when I come to campus sometimes, and I go to the ATC Center to have a meeting, I see students literally standing there waiting for the SEPTA bus to come, and you can hear and you can see them scrimping and making sure they have enough money to get onto the bus. There are students that barely have enough money to pay for their gas, to get transportation here to the college. Child care is always an issue. Our students, many of whom are first-generation students, it is really, truly a struggle. Even though we keep our increases in our tuition as low as we can, it's a struggle for students. And we know that we are freezing out students. We are trying our best to make this education affordable for everyone, because it not only benefits the students, it benefits their families, it benefits their friends, and it benefits every one of us, because we have a stronger community, we have a stronger county. And at this point in time, what's so critical is for us as trustees, not just me, but I also want to introduce some of the other trustees that are here, because we're here to recognize not only our students, but our sponsors, our donors, the people here who give their money, that they work hard for, to educate or assist our students, because these students would not be able to concentrate on the work, they would not be able to get to school, they would not be able to do all the things that they have to do were it not for you people who are kind enough to share with them. Let me introduce my Vice Chair, Andy Canner. Andy, get up. Our Treasurer, Regina Lowry. Regina not only serves as the Treasurer of the Board of Trustees, but she is also appointed by me as the liaison to our Foundation Board. And our Foundation Board does tremendous work in marshaling assets, getting donations, and distributing them to students. In addition to that, we have Ellen Tomlin, who is recently appointed chair of our curriculum committee. She makes sure that our students get the finest education that they can, the finest academic programs that are available anywhere. That's what her charge and her responsibility is. And Richard Montalbano, who is the chairman of our personnel committee, and also our physical therapy committee. He does tremendous work for the college, and all of us are here, the trustees, to celebrate not only our students, but to personally thank our donors and our sponsors who make this possible for our students. You change lives, and that's why we have you at the table with our students. Hopefully, as Dr. Stout said, you'll exchange information about one another so that you will see where your dollars go, because you change lives. It's really tremendous work that you allow us to do. So thank you all for being here, and thank you again, and I can't show my appreciation enough for what you do as sponsors and donors for our students. Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much, Mike. Now I am pleased to introduce our first student speaker this evening, Marissa Domino. For those of you who have not had the opportunity to meet Marissa, she is the 2013-14 recipient of the Community Service Scholarship. Marissa is currently a nursing student who will be graduating in May. Marissa plans to enroll full-time in the nursing program at Westchester University, and she has been a full-time student here at Montgomery County Community College for the past 2 years. She will begin her Bachelor of Science degree in nursing at Westchester in the fall. With that, I would like you to give her a big round of applause.
Hello and good evening. My name is Marissa Domino, and I am pleased to be here tonight. I am a nursing major and a proud recipient of the Community Service Scholarship. I started here at Montgomery County Community College as a part-time student back in 2010, taking one class a semester while working full-time. At that time, I really had no idea what direction I was going in, but now hope to graduate this spring with an Associate's of Applied Science in Nursing. Receiving the Community Service Scholarship has helped make this possible. Like many of my fellow nursing classmates, I had to adjust my schedule to work part-time instead of full-time. As my coursework increased and clinical started, I have now had to transition from working part-time to being a full-time student. Although I'm pursuing my dream of becoming a nurse, this transition was stressful financially. The Community Service Scholarship has given me the chance to pursue my passion without having to stress about where the money will come to pay for my education. Receiving the scholarship has helped me understand the importance of giving back. During my first nursing semester, I was volunteering for 12-hour shifts as an EMT at my local ambulance. As my coursework increased, I decided to resign my EMT shift and mentor the young EMT members. Many of my classmates discouraged me from devoting so much time to the junior EMT program because of the increased amount of coursework and clinical paperwork. But I know that mentoring would help me make me a more compassionate, caring, and well-rounded nurse. My role as mentor is to oversee practical drills and run lectures on current issues in healthcare or to further examine the inner workings of the human body. Surprisingly, this has helped me develop my communication skills, find more compassion, respect, and patience for all types of people. It can be very hard to balance school, homework, a job, and a family, but through participating in the junior EMT program, I have learned a great deal about myself and about what kind of nurse I want to be. Being awarded the Community Service Scholarship has not only reduced my financial burden, but it has given me the ability to focus more on my nursing education. Because of the Foundation's generosity, all of these students sitting here tonight are able to focus a little more on their education and professional skills and less on how they're going to be paying for it. I am honored to be speaking here tonight and so grateful for this investment that you have made in my future. On behalf of all the student scholarship recipients, thank you for the wonderful opportunities you have given us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marissa. We certainly commend you for your resolution to succeed. Next, I would like to welcome another scholarship recipient, Manny Rivera, to the stage. Manny is this year's recipient of the Steady and Kelly Munoz Scholarship. Manny is a first-generation college student who is studying psychology. He has overcome many obstacles and continues to excel in and out of the classroom. Please join me in welcoming Manny.
Good evening. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. My name is Manuel Rivera. I'd rather be called Manny, so keep it at Manny. I'm majoring in psychology at Montgomery County Community College. I'm a grateful recipient of the Steady and Kelly Munoz Scholarship. I had the pleasure to know Dr. Munoz. Unfortunately, he's not here with me today. He's the vice president of West Campus, and he is a very genuine person. I'm grateful to Dr. Muna and his wife Kelly for their generosity. Their scholarship has provided me with a great deal of opportunities, and I would like to publicly thank them for their support. Tonight I want to share a little bit about my past. A lot of people here know me and know my story, but for you who don't, I'm gonna share a little bit about myself. I'll begin by saying that although I come from a respectable family, I took some wrong turns in my past that led me to incarceration. I spent 10 years of my life behind incarceration walls, and it has been 5 years since my release. While I was serving my time, I spent months listening to people within the prison office telling me how I wasn't going to make it, and that in fact that I would return. As a requirement of my release, I had to enroll into some transitional programs where I expressed over and over that I wanted to go to college. I was denied and told that I was too vulnerable and that I would fail. I knew what I wanted to do and became determined. I first researched numerous community colleges, and Montgomery was the only one that stuck out to me. So I applied online, I visited the campus, and I took my placement test. I kept everything a secret. Then I went back to the transitional counselor, the one I was working with, and months later, and I again expressed that I wanted to go to college. Once again, I was denied. 3 days later, I packed up my belongings and I left the program. I made a gutsy move, and I was enrolled for the 2011 fall semester. This was not too smart of a move either. I was also homeless. I slept in the Norristown Transportation Center, where I would catch the first bus going to Montgomery, and I would spend my entire day at Montgomery until the college closed. Throughout my journey, I found that pride was my biggest obstacle. I didn't want anybody to know that I've been in jail. I didn't want anybody to know that I was homeless, and I didn't want anybody to know that I was hungry. And I didn't want anybody to know that I had no idea how to work the technology that Montgomery offers. Needless to say, I failed. My first semester, I bombed it. GPA was 165. Academic probation, no financial aid. One day I walked into the Student Success Center when I met one of the young ladies that worked there, and she asked me, did I speak Spanish? Obviously, my accent gives it away. I replied that I did, which sparked a conversation that would change my life. She first introduced me to the guys that run the Minority Male Mentoring Program, Wendell and Ed. I sat down with them and I told them the whole truth about me. Later, they introduced me to Dr. Bass, who I also explained my situation. So I pleaded with them, and I pleaded with them. I told them the truth about me. For the first time in my life, I just put everything on the table. And I told them that I knew that all I needed was one more chance, that I would not fail. I got my chance. I brought my GPA to a 3.5. I am still working to improve it. I'm in the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. I work at the registration lab as a peer mentor, helping other students. I received letters of invitation from Ivy League schools, such as Columbia and University of Penn, as well as well-known universities. Here, the moral of my story is this. You can never tell when a student is going through difficult times, or when a student has exhausted all other possibilities and is about to throw in the towel. Receiving a scholarship and knowing someone believed in me when all others doubted me was a huge part of why I'm standing here today speaking with you. I am so very grateful for my scholarship and for the investment in me. Tonight we honor those investments by acknowledging the generous donor who realized the importance of education. On behalf of all scholarship recipients, thank you, Dr. and Mrs. Bruno, and all other donors here tonight who contribute to the Monco family. You truly make dreams come true. I hope one day I can follow your footsteps and give back to your community. Thank you.
I hope that everybody in this room really finds these students' stories very inspiring. I know from a personal perspective, I just get so excited every time I hear these students talk about where they came from and how the individuals in this room have helped make a difference in their lives.